Let us face it. The evolution began with me. I started it. But it continues as well on my reality show. With the Miz. It's called Miz and Another Miz's. And baby. I love my baby.
Hi, everybody.
It's a plastic toy, baby. Nonstop player.
We started our workday with maybe the worst possible news.
This is literally the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
That Nonstop player will not have a video question for Matt.
I've been through a lot of shit in my life, Larson, but nothing is as bad as finding out today that Nonstop player will not have
It's a bummer, man.
a video question for Mr. Steven and Larson.
Bummer. It's a bummer, man.
It's a bummer. It's a bummer, man. It's an absolute bummer. All right, man. Have you watched 205 Live?
Not yet.
Apparently there's a jobber team that looks like Pete Dunne has been sliced in half.
Really?
That's what several people have said, or at least Alex C. I know somebody on Patreon said it. Maybe it was Alex C. And then he said this. He said that here again too. Oh, and 205 Live started with a big Steven Larson face sign. Okay, good.
Oh, cool.
Good. My email paid off. Hello, Mr. Dope.
Hello,
Who's getting
Mr.
high
Dope.
right now?
Oh, dear.
Oh, it's also Alex C. on Patreon. All right. Well, you're very clever, Alex C. Zach Stolpe wants to know. I think I saw Zach Stolpe's question. I think it did come in.
Yeah, it did.
All right, good.
Oh, man.
That's cool. We got a new Slash shirt order from somebody named David Milkman.
Oh.
Hey, Milkman.
Hey, Milkman.
Oh, that's cool. He said the second shot of the show was our faces.
We get a lot of FaceTime on 205 Live, it seems
Well,
like.
guess what? I'm going to load it up right now and watch it so I can see it myself, and then I'll have to screenshot it. That's going to happen right now on the pre-show.
Oh, man.
I came to play.
Nonstop player says, sorry, Mr. Steven Larson. Next week, my video will be 2 times as better.
Oh, I can't wait.
Can't wait.
Anticipation.
Can't wait.
All right, watch now. Watch now.
My chronic Bud Ryan says he's getting high on calories with some Burger King.
Man, God, that sounds so good.
It does sound good.
That sounds so good.
I just had a adobo chicken power bowl. And
yeah,
I'm still hungry.
Yeah.
But I knew that was going to happen. That's what I'm going to happen.
Not a lot of power in that bowl, though. That was a kind of a measly bowl.
I had 26 grams of protein in it, Holmes.
That's fine. That was not.
I didn't eat that,
Not a lot going on
expecting it to fill me up completely. That's why I have my second half of
Well, I'm
lunch.
not
to eat.
criticizing you. I'm just.
You are.
They call it a power bowl. It doesn't seem
No,
very.
it's Power Bowl because it's got all sorts of
fairly measly bowl.
nutrient-rich whole grains and protein in it.
That's
what I
good.
call
I
it,
mean,
Power
they
Bowl,
should
man.
call it like a healthy bowl, not a power bowl.
I had some Kodiak power cakes for breakfast this morning. You ever had those?
Power.
It's high
cakes.
protein.
You're on a power
pancake
diet, man. Everything
mix.
you eat
Well, I gotta
has
have
to have the
I gotta
word
have
power in it.
190 grams of protein per day.
I feel like you're a black hole of protein, man, because you've been doing this thing for a while now, and I feel
No,
like
no,
there
I've
hasn't
only been
been-
doing the macro thing for like a month,
I know.
and I've seen some gains.
Dude, is it gains o'clock in your house?
Yeah, man.
All right. How do you make the perfect breakfast burrito?
Eggs,
Man, remember, was that place near...
sausage, spicy sausage,
What was that
preferably.
place called near the Tulsa house? Frosty Queen?
Yeah,
Holy shit, that
Oh, they had
place
good
might have
breakfast
had the
burritos?
best breakfast burrito ever.
they had the best milkshakes ever. Their milkshakes there were fantastic, and they were giant.
Yeah, I think I
It was
remember
the
that.
shake that ate like a meal.
Oh, man. Hey, nothing will ever beat the burrito from Cabo's, though. Holy shit. I don't
Really?
even know if I could replicate that.
Frosty Queen's the extra large shake they had, which is like a big gulp size shake. It's like that large and that large around.
Oh, so
good.
good. Boy, their intros are so long. Look at that, 1.5 minutes of intro. TJP is going to go one-on-one once again with Noam Dar.
There at the bottom with an interesting question.
Maybe
Power
he's
rank
not.
There we go. There's audio now.
All right,
Hopefully everything worked fine.
No, don't say stream complete. Come back. Come back. Stream resume.
There we
it resumed.
go.
See, if it says resumed, you're good.
Yeah. Oof.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oof.
That was living on the edge, man.
Man, that was tough. That was some high anxiety there for a second.
If we chip in for 200,000, we can get that audio tier. We can get the audio tier. Oh, man. Fools. All right, I'm going to try to get the best shot here of us.
All right.
So there's... okay, hold on. And
Hello, Commander Charville Myers.
Damn it, no!
Philip Brown asks, audio, yay or nay? Nay.
Oh, nay, man. Are you kidding me? Obviously, nay. Trying to get this perfect shot of us.
Might be easier to do if you did it on your laptop. I know you can't do it right now.
Oh, I could.
I don't know, man. The way things have been going so far, I don't know if I want to mess with all that.
You know what? I'm in a good mood today, so I'm
That's
going
not
to
what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
Oh,
your
it doesn't.
computer's
Nothing
not
else
in a good
matters.
mood.
If I'm in a good mood,
No,
I
I'm
don't
saying
care
your
if all the
computer's
computer
not in a
stuff.
good mood.
Nah, none of that matters. All right, so that's my backup there.
What was your question, Dummy Ray?
I think I got it. Oh, I got it. Yes.
Oh, Thayer. Yeah, I agree with you about Godot's finisher, if that's what you're wondering. I'm not that into it. Yeah, heard about the Woo edition.
Ooh, that's a cool looking Funko Pop.
It is.
I'll say that. That wasn't me as Popeye. That was me as Drake Maverick. He talks with one side of his mouth closed. Mm-hmm. Fascinating how people can do that. Which is more important in life, audio or visual? Audio.
Audio.
Definitely audio. Although
the box for this Woo edition is pretty nice too.
I think if it was a choice between
cool.
being deaf or blind, I'd probably choose being deaf.
Yeah, maybe.
Because
it seems like they had a lot more success getting people their hearing back than their vision. Like if you've lost it.
Oh, okay, that could be
Seems
too.
to be.
Yeah, maybe. I love those videos. It trips me out, those videos where people like hear for the first time in ages. Oh man.
Dummy Ray says, I just saw the best concert I've been to on Saturday. Who was it? What's the best concert you guys have been to? You always say when we saw Radiohead at the Greek Theater and we were like in like 2 rows from the stage.
Yeah, it doesn't get better now.
That's pretty good. Charvel Myers, how do you like Nike foam posits or other basketball shoes? I used to wear like exclusively basketball shoes in junior high and high school. I was all about Jordans. That's what I'd wear.
Oh man, Chris Hemsworth and Russell Crowe both got their start in Neighbors also.
Oh wow.
I didn't surprise me about Russell Crowe, but Chris Hemsworth, that's
Neighbors
hilarious.
Been on that long, huh?
Yeah, that's great.
Actually, I've never tried on a pair of foam posits. A friend of ours really likes foam posits, loves them. I have yet to actually try some on. Maybe I will at some point. Now that I got the sneaker vlog, that means I got to keep getting my hands on new shoes.
Yeah, dude.
New things.
Well, I offered to help you out with that. I said I would give you my login so you can have another way to enter raffles, but then I get the shoes and then you can use them for the sneaker vlog. That's a good trade-off.
Well, I mean, you could enter all the raffles.
Too much work.
Yeah, that's the problem.
You get the sneakers for the vlog, though. I thought that was the point.
That's part of the point, that I want to have the shoes, too.
Oh, well, you can't have everything. I can't have everything because I can't do the vlog. You're going to do the vlog, so I can't do the vlog, but then I get the shoes.
So I do all the legwork.
Everybody works.
But wait, the only way you would have reason to gain access to the shoes is if you paid for them. So not only would you have to give me logins, you have to give me credit card information.
What is this 6? Also, did you hear about?
Can I just start charging shoes with the company card and just write it off at the end of the year?
No, you can do that to your credit card. Oh, I found us a new credit card, by the way.
All right.
That we can get.
All right.
0% for 9 months.
All right. Sergio C., what kind of shoes did your parents used to buy you, Larson? At first, when I first got, like more than Target shoes that were Velcroed, it was Reebok Club C's. You used to get those. Those were my kicks for a while until I talked about this in the sneaker vlog, Nike Air Trainer.
Oh, yeah.
And from that point on, I was all about Nike shoes.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was from there, and then I got into Jordans. the Bo Jackson trainers. Subsequent ones like the Air Trainer 3. Had a pair of those, the low top orange ones.
Yeah.
Also had another Bo Jackson trainer, the high top ones. And then I got the Converse stuff a lot, the Jack Purcells. Used to wear those all the time.
I always wanted Jordans. My dad never got them for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. So now I'm trying to relive my childhood and get what I did not have then.
I think growing up I only had three pairs of Jordans. I think I had
I have to enter fucking raffles just to get a pair of
5,
fucking shoes that
7,
I want.
8. That's the only Jordans I had growing up.
Bunch of bullshit.
That's the way the business runs now, man.
It's stupid.
Well, for most Jordans, you have to do that. You just be willing to pay $190 to $220 for them.
Yeah, I don't do that either. $100, my upper limit, and I want the best shoes.
You're out of the game, man.
That's how it should work.
You're out of the game.
I'm in the game. Here, I'll give you
No,
my
you're out.
login. I'll give you my login, and then you could do the legwork, and then I'll get the shoes, and you get
So
the
let me
vlog.
listen. So if you
It's
just
a
give me the
good
log,
deal.
no, it's not. If you just give me your login, but I still pay for them, then what
I'll
right?
pay for them.
So you have to give me a little bit more than just the login.
Okay, so I'll give you one of my credit cards. You just use that.
What? It seems like an easier deal if I just give you the outlets that you can enter the raffle.
That's
literally
immediately.
me just sending you an email and you have to fill out a couple forms.
What is
No.
that part
No,
about it?
I'm not gonna do your busy work for you. No,
All right, if you don't want a great deal, then I guess you don't like great deals.
not that great of a deal.
This is the best deal. You get what you want, I get what I want. Charvel says, my mom used to buy me Payless and Montgomery Ward shoes. I didn't start getting name brand shoes until I got my first job, and the first shoes I bought were some Nike Air Force
Nice.
Ones. I don't even remember what kind of shoes I used to. I never, I wanted Jordans when I was a kid, but my parents were going to spend that kind of money. But I think I had pretty decent taste in shoes even back then. So Jordans were like $100 back then.
Yeah, roughly.
So I would get the shoes that were usually probably around 50, which were still good back in the 80s, you know. I think I had decent taste in shoes back then. I would still get Nikes.
Yeah, if I wasn't getting Jordans, I'd get like whatever Scottie Pippen was wearing
Yeah.
before he had his own line. I used to when I played basketball a lot right out of college or right out of high school. Sorry, I had some Air Max up tempos. Those are really good.
Julian
Kind
Morris
of gave me shin splints, but I like those
says
shoes a lot.
He thinks Steve wears this shirt all the time. I've heard that a bunch, but I really don't.
You didn't wear it forever.
It's just people. Well, I lost it forever.
No, I know.
But people. Let's see here. I'm going to go back to. I'm going to see how many times I've worn it this month.
Alex C. Yeah, no, I kind of have wide feet too, so that's a problem. Like Adidas shoes, I have to buy a half size larger than I normally would because they run kind of narrow.
It's a botch. I am curious now.
Oh, that's cool, Charvel.
Another
Said he
botch.
bought himself his first pair of Jordans for his birthday this year.
Oh, that's cool. That's good.
And we were playing basketball in the rec league here.
Yeah.
I got some Jordans that were on sale at the outlet. That was like the first time I'd bought Jordans in a long time. I think Jordan 25 is one with the huge. Oops, gotta stop hitting that plastic circle in the middle of them.
Yeah.
Elias Gould says, we want a Little Larson tee. I don't think there'll be any tales of Little Larson in this week's Super Kicks. Oh, yeah, that is a problem, Alex C. What is the Patreon tier to get Larson's Mass Effect shirt? I don't know where that shirt's at.
You literally don't know. You've lost it. You've lost it.
I think it might just be behind a piece of furniture. I haven't bothered to check yet.
That's pretty funny. Behind what piece of furniture would it be?
In our
behind?
closet, we have a little cabinet that we store stuff,
Oh, yeah.
like tissue boxes and toilet paper and such.
Gotcha.
And sometimes when I just like wear something for part of a day and I feel like it's good to wear some part of the next day just around the house, I'll put it on top of there.
Oh, yeah.
But then every once in a while, stuff gets knocked over behind it. Just haven't checked. Although no, I just painted the closet, so any clothes that might have been behind there should have been removed because we'd cleared everything out of there.
Oh, how'd that go, by the way?
Oh, it's fine. It's done. Looks good.
Yeah, that's good. Right on.
You know, it's so hard to get straight lines, even with tape.
Oh, I know. I fucking hate painting, dude. It's
Because
the worst.
like I'm pretty vigilant about making sure the tape is straight
Oh, I would imagine so. Yeah.
along the ceiling in this case.
Yeah.
And yet the tape comes off and it still bleeds through it at little areas. It's irritating.
Yeah, I know. You have to get you have to
basically like pound that tape in like
I know.
super duper deep.
Sergio C asks, "What sneaker YouTubers do you watch?" Fomer Simpson. I don't watch a lot of YouTube, period. But there was there was a spell. I don't know.
So
I was
in
out of
July,
town.
from July 1st through the 17th, I wore my black Vans with the little thing on the chest. I wore that twice. I have not worn the paid shirt yet.
No. What was I saying? Oh, we were out of town. And I was just hanging around, not doing anything. So I got on YouTube and started watching Adidas Ultra Boost videos and came upon Fomer Simpson. Mm-hmm. He's real good. Mm-hmm. I watched some others, but he's the one that really stuck out.
He's the creme de. He's the
that I've seen. I saw one the other day. I can't remember the guy's name. Again, I don't really watch a ton of YouTube these days.
Yeah.
Don't have time.
I wore my Cody shirt twice. My Cody 2020 shirt twice, and then yesterday, what I wore.
Thayer Thabata says Steve should make sneakers on Nike ID, then have Larson review them. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
I like
it is a good
that.
idea. Dami
That's
Ray,
good.
Larson, what shoes do you recommend for lifting? He's in the market. I have, what are they called? They're Nike. They're training shoes. What are they called?
I have literally not worn this shirt in July, but I've heard comments. People say that the same thing. Oh, that's hilarious. Hemsworth and Naomi Watts on Neighbors.
Oh, my.
Whoa.
Nike Zoom Train Command. That's what I have. Once you get them broken in, they're pretty comfy. They're firm enough.
Margot Robbie was on there too.
They're firm enough in the midsole to give you a good level of support when you're lifting. They're a little wide in the forefoot area, but I haven't had any issues as far as my foot wiggling while lifting. I just did some deadlift today, and that's kind of a thing you want a good base under you. And
Yeah.
never been an issue.
No, it's not. No, it's not your comment, Julian. I have heard that in other places, and I don't really wear the shirt. I think it's just a very distinctive shirt.
Hold on. Jeffrey Nguyen says, get the green frog tape, Larson. That's what I was using. It was green frog tape.
Dude, it doesn't matter what tape you
The
use.
inch width stuff.
It will always bleed under. It's the most infuriating thing ever. Let me ask you something. When you paint against the tape, do you go away from the tape? Because so what are you talking about? Like when you put it on the trim? On the door trim?
I'm putting the crease where ceiling meets wall. That's what I was doing.
Oh, so it doesn't get up on the ceiling.
Yeah. So
that's rough. Yeah.
I get I use the brush, get the paint in there.
Yeah. Okay.
And go as gently as I can along that edge.
Yeah.
Without killing it with paint.
Yeah, that's tough.
Still tough.
That's tough. All right. Anyways, we should start going.
I suppose.
Zach
Zach
Stolpa
Stolpa
should be a new shirt.
Zach
no
Stolpa
repeats.
says, check out his Twitter for his latest pickup. What is it?
All right.
What is it?
What does that pick up?
You talking about kicks?
The shape. Crap, what's his Twitter?
It is the shape something.
The shape something, right? Did you tweet at us? Please say you tweeted at us. I know we followed him though. I'm pretty sure Clayton Abernathy meant to say greatest botch screen ever, but he said greatest bitch screen ever.
I saw that too.
What the heck? Let's see here. The shape.
Hold on. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. Weird.
Zach S. Damn it! Why isn't it just easy to find your shit? Zach?
Hold on. I might have it.
The shape 20 something.
Yeah, it's 24.
I thought it was something. I thought it was 20 something.
Zach, what's your
goddamn Twitter?
Thought I knew it.
You can't just say look at my Twitter. I don't know what your Twitter is.
I hurt my shoulder a while ago, and it still bugs me. So I can't. I'm answering Dummy Ray's question. There it is. He just tweeted it at us. Oh, it's a 3 instead of an E. No, we got a Bullet Club title. Dang.
A title?
Yeah, look at that.
The shape.
I hurt my shoulder maxing out too much, and so I had to dial stuff way back. He just tagged us.
Holy shit, that looks amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
How did you get that? What is that? How did you do that? Did you buy it from somewhere?
Probably.
Did you make it? Did you forge it yourself?
No, that'd be impressive. So anyways, I'm not benching as much as I used to.
All right, here we go. Can you hit start
Yeah.
on the card?
Hey guys, this is Charlotte, and you're watching Going In Raw.
What's up, it's your girl Sasha Banks, legit boss, and you're watching Going In Raw. You like that?
What's up? This is the most must-see WWE superstar of all time and his lovely, gorgeous wife.
Marie.
And you are going in SmackDown Live.
This is the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and you're watching Going In Raw.
Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome back to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you need to be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson. We're also available wherever fine podcasts are, including the CastBox app. We have a wonderful partnership with CastBox currently. A great free and easy way to support Going In Raw is by downloading the CastBox app to your Android or iOS device. Downloading the CastBox app, and of course going to Going In Raw, hitting subscribe, and hey, while you're there, leave us a comment.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
That would be great.
We're also available on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. We've got some fun changes to the Patreon tiers happening soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, that should be very exciting. What's up? What? Why'd you give me that weird look?
Out of my periphery, it looked like you grabbed something out of your ear.
I had a scratch in my ear that might have been like an ear booger.
Oh, okay.
Earwax, but then I looked down and it wasn't actually anything.
All right.
It was just a mere scratch. We're also available at the Pro Wrestling Tees at prowrestlingtees.com/Going In Raw. This month and next month, all the proceeds, all the profits from the Going In Raw Pro Wrestling Tee Shop are going to go to the family of Virgil Flynn, who passed away last week. So, yeah. And
We'll have some new
check
designs
those
coming
out.
up throughout this month and next.
Man, I was trying last night to remember how we had that discussion yesterday about the Going In Raw StarCast All-In exclusive shirt.
Yeah. Did you make any headway on that?
So I started to draw a Chicago dog, and it didn't come out. Sometimes you have something as an illustrator. And
I think as in any creative endeavor, you have something in your mind that you want to accomplish.
Filmmaker, musician.
And try as you might, you can't get it out in the same way that you have it in here.
I know what it looks like. I know what it looks like in my head. I could not get it on my iPad because that's how I do my drawing these days.
Yeah.
But I'm going to keep working on it.
Can I see it, please?
I
didn't mean right now. I just meant at some point.
Oh.
Is it a matter of simply execution?
Yeah.
All right. I can't help you there.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think if it turns out the way I have it in my head, it'll be real kick-ass.
All right, good.
Because, I mean, it's essentially a hot dog, and who doesn't love that?
Oh, they're delicious.
Yeah, I know, especially like the picture of the Chicago dog that I found that I'm using to reference.
Yeah, with the sliced tomato and the
I want like 5 of them in my mouth right now,
mustard
man.
and relish and
Absolutely.
onions and such.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Anyway.
All right, I'm not going to eat my healthy vegetarian burrito for lunch. Let's go get a hot dog, Steve.
No, man, I've been super good lately with eating decently.
I have too. That's why you have to reward yourself with a cheat meal here and there.
Even despite the fact that I had a chicken burrito from Taco Bell yesterday with the orange sauce, the orange cheese sauce. Despite that, I was still able to run off most of those calories yesterday.
Good.
And then I woke up, I weighed myself. I was like, oh, I'm golden. So yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. Because here's the thing. On like Sunday is my mother-in-law's birthday party. There will be pizza and cake there.
Understood.
Nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, that's going to be your cheat day.
Yeah, it's Mountain Mike's too. Dad's probably going to get the meat lovers one.
Yeah.
The Mount Veggie. No, that's the veggie one.
Meat
obviously.
Mountain.
Meat Mountain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
That sounds spectacular.
that's it, dude. I mean, it's
You
done.
can tell him. You can probably tell I'm hungry.
It's done. Well, yeah, man. So am I. But you know.
Are you just going to have peanut butter and jelly today?
Well, I didn't. Once again, I'm late every day. I get here later than I want to.
Yeah.
Every day. And I keep on telling I'm going to stop off at the store and grab some bread and
How about this?
what
After
else
we're
I
done
need.
here, we'll go to the store. You can get bread. I'll get me a couple rock stars. We'll be in business
All
this
right, that
afternoon.
sounds good. That sounds good. Because we have to fill a bunch more orders.
And we got to do Matt Chat today.
And we got to do Matt Chat. I love Matt Chat though. It's my favorite.
And then tomorrow I got to shoot episode 2 of Super Kicks.
Cool. Awesome. Yeah, that's
So I
exciting.
can get up first thing Friday morning.
Cool. Cool.
That's when the shoes go on sale.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, we're here to talk about wrestling.
Smart programming strategy.
I've been doing this YouTube for a while. Let's talk wrestling. That's what we're here to do.
Yeah, we are. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the. Never mind.
What?
We'll talk about that later.
No, you brought it up. Now you have to tell me.
No, I can't. It's the thing I can't talk about on air. I hate you do that to me a lot. You know, you do that to me all the time, dude. when you're like, hey, I got
all.
something. You text me, hey, I got something, but I got to talk to you. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
I know you want immediate gratification. I know.
Yes.
Sometimes it's not possible, Steve.
This is the year 2020 or 21 or whatever.
2018.
2017.
Oh, I was listening to something. I don't know why we're way off track here. I was listening to something. Oh, I was listening to The Right Time with Bomani Jones today.
I love Bomani
Oh,
Jones.
he's great.
He's fantastic.
His latest episode, fantastic. Check it
Ooh,
out.
I will.
And what I like about his show, it reminds me a lot of Trio Woe, where his show is about sports.
Sure, yeah.
But in the middle section, I like the last 2/3. I think it's a segment called what you might have missed, and he talks about just general news stories. And one of them today was about self-driving cars.
Oh, yeah.
And how cities are planning their city planning
Yeah,
for
man.
self-driving cars.
Yes.
And
Yes.
and they were talking about in New York City, there were plans to get rid of not plans from the city of New York per se, but somebody has plans to get rid of the New York subway system entirely.
Oh, that's a bad idea.
And convert all the subway tunnels pave them over.
Yeah.
And use it for self-driving cars, as if that's going to alleviate the insane traffic congestion in New York City. That one didn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
But anyways, I mean, a lot of it in there was about whether that technology be ready in 2 years or 20 years, so on and so forth. Check it out; it's a good listen.
I'm telling you, man.
Still not. I like driving. I'm not into self-driving cars.
I know. I get that now. You need to look ahead, though. You need to get out of your box and look ahead, because that's where the future is: self-driving cars. You want to make a lot of money? Invest in self-driving cars right now,
I don't know, man.
and you will make so much money, because that is the future. As soon as the government starts saying, "Hey,"
Something tells me that's a lot. There's a lot of upfront costs associated with self-driving cars.
oh, it's the same thing as a bullet train. We're about to get from Sacramento to L.A. in
Have
like
they even
half an hour.
Have they even broke ground on that?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. They did some work in the Central Valley.
Yes, they have.
That's a multi-billion-dollar project
Yes.
there. We went to the Railroad Museum, and they have like a prototype of what the car is going to be.
Ooh, that's awesome. Bullet Train Museum. Can't wait for that one. That's going to be great. Deadwood movie got greenlit too.
Saw that. It's a great
There's
day
so
of
much
news.
great news today.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Bullet Train, self-driving cars, and Deadwood got
Well, not so much
greenlit.
self-driving cars, but yeah, the Deadwood news is
I
great.
think the green light means that they've lined the schedules up.
Well, I mean, I think primarily means they have funding.
Well, they applied and got approved for a tax credit thing like a while ago.
Are they going to shoot it in the original set area?
Oh, I have no
I doubt the set's still there. That was 15 years ago.
Yeah, I doubt it. Yeah,
But,
I have no idea. I don't know. It's very exciting. Though.
It's great news. Anyways, we
about
talked about
SmackDown.
10 minutes and haven't mentioned wrestling once. Let's
Talk about SmackDown.
Yeah, good show, fun show.
SmackDown. It's always a fun show.
Yeah, it is. Show starts with a shot of the limo pulling up to the arena. Out of the limo, first The Miz. Next, Maurice.
Yeah.
And then third,
Little baby.
a baby,
It's my little baby.
Monroe,
Yeah, Monroe.
or so we're to believe.
Oh, well, hold on.
Yes.
Yeah, hold off on that.
Anyways,
Crowd popped too.
Yeah.
When they saw Miz, they popped. People are hyped about Miz and Mrs. I didn't watch the first episode.
nor did I, but I think people are hyped about Miz and Daniel Bryan.
I think people just like the Miz in general. Dude.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Next, back inside the arena after the opening video package, Randall Orton walks down to the ring and drops, I think what can best be described as a heel promo, even though he wasn't exactly getting a full-on heel reaction from the audience. Because he came to the ring, he was standing there in the middle, and people were still cheering him.
Okay, so I had a question on Twitter the other day when somebody asked, "What exactly is a legacy pop?" We just witnessed it.
Yeah, or you just by your mere presence, you get applause.
Because the gist of his promo was, the best part for me was when he said, you don't respect me because I didn't pay my dues in bingo halls.
I didn't steal the sweet hand gesture
And he throws
every other month.
his merch is really bad.
I know, but it was the John Cena thing,
Yeah, right.
which is true. I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
That granted, his merch isn't very good, but he has like 5 pieces of merch, and that's 5 pieces of merch for about 6 months, and then they change it.
Oh, no, I like the John Cena. John Cena's merch is so on point. I would never wear any of it.
No. I'm just saying in terms of the marketing philosophy behind John Cena's merch, where when he's around every month or so, there's a new shirt in a new bright color, and I understand
I like
it's
that.
pleasing to the eye.
Yeah.
But if you're a John Cena fan, it's going to milk you of all your money, and that's the strategy. I understand that.
Yeah.
But as a fan with limited means, and if you want to be a completist, it's an issue.
Look, man, no completist can have limited means. No completist can do that. That's the thing. If you're a completist, you need to be all in. All right?
I don't know about that.
I think that's true.
Well, I think you could be all in, but I think you got to be advantageous, and when you take advantage of, say, sales, clearance items, and you complete your collection that way.
Do you think he went heel enough?
No.
And that was kind of the problem. Because it was the kind of, hold on a second, it was the kind of promo that was heel, but it was also because it had good points and he wasn't really lashing out at the crowd. He was just making good points. It didn't really get people to boo too much for the guy.
Well, he kind of said, you know why I did that to Jeff Hardy? Because all of you. So he put the blame on not himself for his actions, but the WWE Universe, which I guess was an attempt to cut a heel promo. But yeah, he didn't, go far enough.
We've seen from him in ages, in a very long time.
And there was a lot to do. There's a lot of verbiage you got to get through.
And he was building himself up, which people want to pop for because they remember, oh, yeah, you are really good. And he dropped the letters. He said, the most devastating 3 letters in pro wrestling, RKO.
He's got to not do the RKO. He's going to get a pop if he does the RKO.
Well, yeah, but that was kind of why the promo, like, people were still kind of cheering him. But also, it's just a legacy thing. Like, they're so used to, like, popping when his music comes on. He's going to have to do a lot more. And here's the thing also. When he put his finger through Jeff Hardy's earlobe, yeah, it was brutal. It was also kind of cool.
Yeah.
People were talking about that. It's like,
creative.
He's the villain we all kind of love now.
Yeah.
And that's going to be, it's kind of the same thing as Samoa Joe. We all love him because, ooh, he's cool.
Yeah, he is cool. He's super cool.
So you got to, I don't know how you fix that.
The best summation of legacy pop I can think of is it's a salute, a recognition of a person's career, sum total of it, and what the entertainment they brought to you as a fan.
One of the best, and we saw it literally last night, one of the best workers out there who is so good at fighting the legacy pop now is The Miz. Like, people are popping for him. People really like The Miz, but he does a really good job at turning that back on them. He really knows how to get under people's skin to make them boo him again, even though he has to fight it when he comes out.
But then there's another aspect to it, though, too, is that he's so good at doing that. People appreciate that, and their first instinct is to boo, and then they realize, oh, no, that was really good. Yay!
John Cena's like the opposite of that. He comes out and people boo, and they sing John Cena sucks, but he's really good at getting them then to cheer him. So he has like a legacy boo that he can then instantly, because he's so good, get them to cheer and get on his side.
I know.
So,
anyways, if they really want to get Orton over as a heel, stop doing the RKO. Just stop doing it.
Yeah, and he has to, I don't know. I mean, I think it's
more vicious.
I agree with that, but yeah, he has to do things that are vicious and kind of not cool.
Yeah.
Putting your finger, people were buzzing about that finger thing, the ear thing. People were buzzing about that, man. Anyways, next up we had Rusev versus Andrade Almas.
This match was preceded by a WWE.com video that apparently occurred earlier in the day, which saw Zelina Vega and Lana get into it, arguing about who should be AJ's opponent at SummerSlam. Of course, each of them was advocating. What was that?
It was a burp.
Wow.
Try not to be burpy.
Anyway, so this led to this match. Challenge was issued. It was accepted. Rusev versus Andrade Almas.
Yeah, there was Lana actually answered a fan on Twitter. They asked her about her accent. Why is it whenever you say Rusev, you go into a Russian accent, and then all the other times you just like straight up like you don't have a Russian accent? And she said, I've been taking lessons.
Because I'm fluent in Russian and English. I'm taking lessons to lose the accent, essentially. Yeah.
I was like, oh, and then somebody responded to us on Twitter saying that was more character development in one tweet than we've seen on TV. And I'm like, what a simple and effective answer. That's really good. I
know.
like that.
That was great.
Anyway, so yeah, like you said, that led to the match Rusev versus Andrade Almas. Unfortunately, they used this match to
further the tensions between Rusev Day. Although it's still a really good showing for Andrade Almas. I feel like he can get a good match with anybody. And Rusev is a really good worker too.
Yeah.
So towards the finish, Almas has Rusev in position for the running double knees in the corner. Rusev gets up, hits him with a Machka kick, but he's too beat up to make the cover. Lana and Zelina Vega, they start arguing with each other from across the ring. They meet each other kind of in front of the ramp, ringside. Start, tensions heighten, more arguing. Vega slaps Lana. They start brawling.
Yeah.
Aiden English runs down to try to break it up.
Bad idea.
But that doesn't work out because Zelina Vega kind of jumps on his back, and her momentum causes him to run into Lana, knocking her over. Rusev is distracted by all this.
Yeah.
Because he's like, in English, what are you doing? Lana, are you all right? Almost takes advantage of the distraction, hits hammerlock DDT, picks up the win.
Yeah.
It's a good win for Almas.
It's a great win for Almas. Both these guys just fought AJ Styles and lost, so it's kind of like, the two number one-ish contender guys. You just wanted to stop and yell at any English and say, tell him to pay attention to his match.
I know.
Worry about this.
I know.
Pay attention to your damn match. Aiden, don't come out. Don't do
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
Just sing and then go away. And Rusev Day will continue on. But, of course, that wouldn't be a story.
No.
So, yeah. We'll see. Here's my huge worry. This is my big concern. They're going to break him up and Aiden English is going to get released. That's my big concern.
Yeah.
I want that guy to have a job. I like him a lot.
Yeah, same here.
And I really like Rusev Day altogether. But then there was like a backstage segment later on that kind of like maybe not.
Yeah.
But backstage, before that, we had backstage. R-Truth and Ty Dillinger were backstage, and Ty Dillinger was kind of giving R-Truth a bit of a pep talk because he was to face Samoa Joe later on in the night.
Yeah, not that much longer on.
Oh, yeah. Right,
and then the segment you mentioned, Aiden English and Lana are arguing backstage, and Rusev's in the background. And Aiden English is saying, I can't even, Rusev's not even returning my calls or my texts. He's been trying to apologize for the corner turnbuckle spot at Extreme Rules. And then Rusev interrupts, says, enough. Maybe none of you are good for Rusev Day.
Yeah.
And storms off.
He is married to one of them, so she's probably going to be part of Rusev Day still. So I don't know, man. So in this match, what Rusev's basically kind of like a tweener, I guess, or was he like a face here?
He was getting. Almas is firmly entrenched as heel.
Yeah.
So that would make Rusev at least a tweener.
Yeah.
He was getting a face reaction.
Yeah.
And Lana and Rusev were playing that up. Do you think it's possible that out of this breakup of Rusev Day, we could get face Rusev and heel Aiden English?
Aiden English looks like a heel. It's funny when he talks like a normal, like he's just a normal dude. Like when you see him in that like Kalisto thing where Kalisto got to do his promo over again from Draft. He seems like he comes off as like the sweetest guy. But if you just look at the dude, he's got a great villain look. That's why he worked great with the Vaudevillains, because he has a great traditional villain look.
And also villain was in their name.
Plus villain was in their name. So
would it be a thing where Rusev just doesn't acknowledge English at all, which drives English to be the one that actually turns on Rusev versus the other way around?
I don't know. I hope it would be the kind of thing where he would revert to his vaudevillain personality, kidnap Lana, tie her to train tracks.
Oh, there you go.
And then, cue the old-timey music.
Yeah, silent film.
Yeah, Rusev comes
idea.
in.
That's a great idea. And he has to get Lana off the track before the train comes.
Yeah. The trade in English.
Yeah. Good.
There you go.
It's a great idea.
Perfect.
There we go. We booked that storyline.
Run with it.
Next, R-Truth versus...
We can, recreate that. Like, if we did that for Steve Larson Books Raw, we can, recreate that in, Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah.
Cut to that footage.
Yeah, that's good. Next, R-Truth versus Samoa Joe. Not much of a match. R-Truth got off to a bit of a hot start.
Yeah, I feel like his rapping took longer than this match.
Yeah, I think it did.
Yeah.
Anyways, Joe put him in the coquina clutch.
Yeah.
R-Truth taps out.
Yeah, but that was not the last we saw of Samoa Joe.
No.
Thank goodness.
No.
After that, we had an Asuka interview. She was asked about the WWE Evolution pay-per-view coming up, and she was very excited about it, but then she said Billie Kay is not ready for Asuka. Asuka is so adorable. I love her. Her promos are so, I don't know, they're so cute. They're so energetic.
Yeah.
And she does the head bobbing thing. I love it. It's great. Next up, we had Asuka versus Billie Kay. I mean, here's the thing, man. I
feel like the Iconics iPhone promos are working better than their promos in front
way
of the
better.
audience.
Way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like these.
And I'm happy that someone realized that they weren't getting the reception live that they wanted and decided to do this instead.
Yeah.
I kind of wish, though, they instead of sticking to the formula of all the other iPhone promos, they did it more like they did in NXT, where it's like, oh, we're going to do a tour of this part of the arena. Oh, here's something we can poke fun at. Here's something we can poke fun at. And then something happens. And then
Yeah. That's sadly such a firmly NXT thing, though.
I know.
I wish they would integrate that, though. Iconics are going to make... I kind of feel like they're spinning wheels until the tag titles debut, because they're going to be perpetually
in the scene.
In the scene.
This wasn't much of a match, though.
No, it was not. Asuka actually won with a head kick.
Yeah, she didn't have to do the Asuka lock.
No, she didn't have to do that. Just kick in the head, and Billie Kay's done.
Mm-hmm.
After that, we had a Shinsuke Nakamura iPhone promo. So it's SummerSlam is... Are we going to get Shinsuke Orton or Shinsuke Orton Hardy?
I think that.
Yeah, the triple threat makes sense.
Yeah.
Be kind of interesting. So Shinsuke, he delivered a promo. I forget exactly what he said, but towards the tail end, he said, Randy Orton, be careful because this, I also bite.
Yeah.
Something like that.
He called Randy the Viper.
Yeah, right. So yeah, that's a good use of a card, of a spot right there, of a match. Triple threat for the U.S. title. 3 decently big names.
Next. Sorry, go ahead. WWE title SummerSlam contract signing with Paige. She introduces the proceedings, brings out AJ Styles. He cuts a great promo about the Evolution pay-per-view.
Yeah, talks about being a dad
Yep.
and how he can explain this stuff to his daughter.
Yep. And then Paige is on the verge of announcing AJ's opponent. When out walks James Ellsworth. He says he wants a title shot. He beat AJ 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And he starts talking trash about AJ, and then he starts talking trash about Paige.
Yeah, he said, "Look at
Bad
you." Yeah,
move.
she said, "We don't make fun of looks around here." He said, "I do. You're so pale."
He said, James Ellsworth, you're a joke.
Yeah.
And then that happened, and then she goes, Paige said to Ellsworth, I got 2 words for you. It's not those 2 words. It's these.
Because the crowd said, "Suck it."
Yeah, you're fired.
Yeah.
And so she had security lead him out of the arena, and then she physically kicked him through the door, which was a great touch.
Yeah, it was good.
And while all that was happening, AJ was enjoying what was going on, and then was attacked by Samoa Joe.
Yeah. Then he got up after putting AJ in the cocaine and clutch, and then he gets up and he signs the contract.
It's official.
It's official. So was he going to be...
That's what Paige said later on.
Okay.
He said the reason I picked you to be AJ's opponent was... I don't remember what. And then this one he said, no, this is unpredictable. What you had was pedestrian. What I did was phenomenal.
Oh, that's great. I was like... I think I fast forwarded too much into the commercial.
I was hoping,
commercial,
yeah.
And I was like turning it up, and then by the time I turn it up, I heard him say, "That was phenomenal." I'm like, "Yeah, it was Samoa Joe."
I was kind of hoping that maybe Paige had someone else in mind, and then Samoa Joe just hijacked the whole proceedings.
I know.
Like the Ellsworth thing.
I know.
And just signed his own name and is done, and Paige can't do anything about
exactly because it's on paper at that
Exactly.
point. It's a contract. Next up, who would have been the mystery, the other
know.
opponent? Ooh, we'll never
Been like
know.
a non-Messer Raw GM.
It would have been Kevin Nash.
Yeah.
Next up, we had
That Samoa Joe segment backstage with Paige. So he leaves the frame after that conversation. Carmella walks in. Of course, she has an issue with Paige firing James Ellsworth.
Yeah.
And then she said, I'm sure you can find another boyfriend or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Carmella rolls her eyes. And then, she just has a match with Becky Lynch. Next.
Yep.
It says something to that regard. Match happens. Becky Lynch wins.
She's on fire, dude.
Yeah,
Becky
man.
Lynch is so great.
She's totally picking up that belt.
And she had the best. If you're not following Becky Lynch on Instagram, it is the best thing. She did a photo by photo in her Instagram story, a photo by photo breakdown of her match. And it was all pun heavy, but featuring superstars. So it was like a picture of the match, like a photo from the match. And she says, Carmella had me on the ropes. And then a picture of Samoa Joe just like chilling backstage. And it says, but I wasn't joking around. And it did that with a bunch of other superstars.
Yeah.
It was flipping great. She's like one of the best social media
hilarious.
people there are. So yeah, like you said, she won. She beat Carmella with the disarmor. So Becky Lynch versus Carmella will now be happening at SummerSlam. That's fantastic. Ooh, they got to do this, right? Becky Lynch is going to get that title again, right?
So, but then she won tonight, which might have been the only win she's going to get over Carmella.
Maybe. But then Carmella has like 5 weeks to like beat up
Stand
on her
tall,
to
I know.
stand tall.
I know.
So I'm hoping that's going to be the thing. Next up, we had it would be Thebar, New Day,
Usos, and Sanity.
And Sanity.
The first one of these matches took place next. New Day versus Sanity. Usos were on commentary.
Yes.
New Day picked up the win. Xavier pinned Alexander Wolf, who apparently is the Carl Anderson of Sanity.
Yep. Yeah.
Always eating the pins.
Yeah, we saw that.
After midnight hour, as soon as the match ended, Usos stood up like they're about to head into the ring. But Thebar comes out on the ramp. First time we've seen a Thebar in a long time.
While, yeah.
They had some cool looking soccer jerseys on.
Yeah, they did. And they said, "Did you miss us?" And people were like, "Yeah." And they said, "Well, we didn't miss any of you."
Oh.
And so, yeah, that was cool. They did a little promo and said, "We're gonna win."
So it's going to be New Day versus Thebar for the chance to face Bludgeon Brothers. I would suspect Thebar is going to beat the Usos next week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think you're probably right about that. Too bad they don't have a... Yeah, you're
Why
right.
couldn't they make this like a 6-team tournament with 2 teams having a bye? That way you can get the club involved somehow.
Yeah. Boy, it's a shame Bludgeon Brothers are walking into SummerSlam with those titles.
Mm-hmm.
All these other teams are better.
Oh, yeah.
I like Harper and Rowan. I do. I just, man, New Day is so good. Sanity's so good.
I know.
The Usos are great.
Yeah.
And Thebar's great.
Yeah.
Bummer. Next up, we had, this is funny, Miz and Maurice and Paige backstage, and they asked if Paige had found a babysitter for Monroe.
Yeah.
And she said, "Yes, I did," and it was Sin Cara. And he was so happy to do it too.
I know.
He was like, "Hola,"
And what did the Miz say?
he said. Oh God, what did
Something
he say?
about not wanting a babysitter.
He said, "What kind of babysitter wears a mask?"
Yeah.
Poor Sin Cara.
I know. And then they cut back to him, and he brings his hands up, and he's got a couple diapers in each hand. He was so enthused.
He was. That was great. So yeah, they just decided. So then Miz said, "No, screw this. I'm taking Monroe. It's time for Monroe to meet the WWE Universe." So he put on the Daddy Carrier.
Yeah.
And then we had the Miz and Maurice promo. They talk about Miz
Putting over
and
their
Mrs.
show, yeah.
Gonna air right after SmackDown during 205 Live.
Yeah.
And so Daniel Bryan shows up and he says,
Well,
"Hey,
first, hold on.
Oh, yeah,
Before
go
that,
ahead,
Miz throws to a promo reel for the show, or so he thinks, and what happens instead is kind of a blooper reel of the Miz's career. A lot of footage of his days prior to his WWE Championship run, where he wore like hats and more, like flashy clothes and stuff like that. Back when he was teaming up with John Morrison, and then right afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And then the title goes from Miz and Mrs. to Miz and Mrs.
Mrs. Not.
Which I want show, but maybe I should apologize to you in person.
All right.
So he walks down to the ring. There's a velvet rope with 2 security guards standing at the bottom of the ramp, between the ramp and the ring. They try to keep Daniel Bryan out of the ring.
Those local enhancement guys, man. Ooh, they sold for Daniel Bryan.
They did. You better sell for Daniel Bryan.
He tossed each one into the barrier head upside down, and they did it properly, and it looked really good.
Yes.
He storms the ring. Miz then throws his baby at Daniel Bryan. This was great. He chucks the obviously plastic baby doll at Daniel Bryan, who catches the baby, freaks out, and looks at the baby.
And then looks up, eats a boot.
Yeah, eats a boot. Skull-crushing finale then. Almost on the baby.
Yes,
I really wish
I
he would
know.
have hit it on the baby. That would have been great.
I know.
Miz gets on the mic, says, "That was a baby doll. That baby that you saw backstage was an actor. Do you think I'd really bring my precious Monroe to a crap city like this?" Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's how you get the crowd to go from loving you to hating you.
Yeah.
And he does it with such a viciousness in his voice.
Yeah.
Such a hatred in his voice. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
So, yeah, this is going to lead to Miz versus Daniel Bryan.
Oh,
SummerSlam,
it'll
obviously.
be fantastic.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Apparently, we're having some audio issues for our Patreon stream here. Our apologies.
Really?
Yeah, it says the audio is delayed.
Oh, man.
It looks like it might be a YouTube issue. It might be out of our hands because it looks good over there.
Yeah.
So our apologies.
Maybe hit refresh.
Yeah, try that, and then
refresh.
we'll try to get it worked out before the post show.
Maybe. All right, so let's answer some questions. Speaking of our
Yes.
lovely patrons who are currently putting up with our tech issues, they have left us some questions on our Patreon wall, $1 and up, and you too can leave a Patreon question
Yes.
for the show.
Yes.
I'll start off with Nemo. This is not a SmackDown question, but I'm going to answer anyways. Which Starfleet crews are which New Japan factions?
Oh, wow.
I would say Deep Space Nine is probably Bullet Club because it's a bunch of foreigners coming to Bejor to do their thing.
Next Generation crew.
Next Generation crew. Well, they're like institution. They're like
So Chaos.
because Picard is like Starfleet God. He's the Okada.
Yeah,
Picard is Okada.
Yeah, Chaos. Then.
Okay, that's good. That's chaos.
Who's Suzuki Gun? Original? Or are they more
Yeah,
LIJ?
no, because Kirk ended up being sort of an old bastard who was pretty violent.
Yeah.
You know? So, original crew is... you seem to be getting such a kick out of this. Original crew, Suzuki Gun.
But then who was LIJ?
Well, who's cool? It's not Voyager. Voyager's like the nerdiest crew. Maybe like the Discovery, like the new ones, because there's like a bunch of weirdos there.
All right.
They're kind of weird.
All right.
Maybe they're the new ones, and they're cool. I like them. That new trailer is hot.
I haven't seen it yet.
Holy crap, it's great.
Yeah.
The reimagined like original because they've got the Enterprise in this.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But they've got Christopher Pike, like the original.
Yeah,
captain.
yeah.
But like, and they've sort of redid.
Oh, I saw that still. The guy they got to play Pike, and
That's better than the flipping movies. Like the new, like the yellow shirt. That
also
he's,
the
captain
actor
shirt.
that's playing him.
Oh man,
Like almost looks identical to the
Yeah.
person who played Pike 50 years ago.
yeah, I know. Oh man, they did a fantastic job.
All right, I think we did it. Oh, Taguchi, Japan.
Oh, Voyager.
All right.
Clowns.
Landmaster 2911, for the love of God, Larson, just take it off. Richard Nason has an interesting response. I have a box of hot tamales and the Blu-ray of Clockwork Orange if Larson goes through with this.
Oh my goodness gracious. No, we got a bunch of weirdos, man. I'm telling you, weirdos. Let's see here.
Unretired Dwayne Nix, Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles, the match we all wanted at SummerSlam. How much time do you guys see Vince giving this match? 10, 15, or 20 minutes? P.S. This match should be the show stealer at SummerSlam. I agree. I hope they give it somewhere between 18 and 22 minutes.
I would think 20 minutes is reasonable.
Yeah.
It's the WWE title, for goodness sakes. What are the chances Joe wins that thing?
I don't think so.
No?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I think
Really?
they're giving AJ a really long run. He's going to hold that belt until the game's released.
Probably right.
As soon as he may drop it, if at all,
that'd be something.
is Survivor Series. No,
That'd be
that'll be
something.
champion versus champion probably. So it'll be Rumble. But I could totally see him carrying that belt into Mania.
The problem is, I'll say this. If Braun cashes in and ends the show as Universal Champion, we have a really good chance Samoa Joe. I get your point about the game, and I kind of agree with you.
In terms of the go home happy moment for fans.
Yes.
But
If
also-
Braun stands tall with that, they bury the WWE title.
Exactly.
They don't care.
It's going to go on like fourth to last.
Yeah, you could be right about that.
It's going to be a distant memory by the time that main event comes
You're
around.
probably right. Chuck, the bipartisan gamer, sips. Will WWE make mention of Joe and AJ's past feud, other than to see they have battled around? Other than to say they have battled.
That's exactly what
around
they'll say.
the globe. Past feud. They've been in a feud together before.
Not that I'm aware of.
I've never heard of that before.
Six-sided sexagon.
X.
Yeah, no. Will we see an AJ heel turn before he loses the belt, similar to how CM Punk turned heel during his long title reign? It would be possible against Daniel Bryan. Yeah, maybe.
That would make Daniel Bryan versus AJ a lot more interesting.
Yes.
I think I'd rather. Well, I don't know. What would people accept more, AJ heel or Daniel Bryan heel?
AJ. I mean, it's a tough situation for either because they're so beloved. I just feel like Daniel Bryan's been around longer, and people want to see him reach the pinnacle again.
Daniel Bryan makes a better heel, though.
Oh, he does.
He's so good. But he's the dude who's so good. He's so entertaining. He can't be not entertaining, even
But
as
that's
a heel.
then you run into the situation where he's
Yeah, I know.
such a good heel that people cheer him
People
anyway.
are cheering the heel. I know. The Shogun.
Sorry, go ahead.
The Shogun Zodiac. Was tonight's promo the best of Randy Orton's career? It really felt like most of it was a shoot, and it's probably the most interested I've been in him in years. I think it's definitely the best promo we've seen from him in a while because it's something for him to actually do. It's like some motivation for him, and they have not given him proper motivation for anything anytime recently. You know,
I know,
even when he held the title with Bray.
Yeah, I
even
know.
when he was doing that stuff.
Yeah, I know his motivation seemed flimsy. Mm-hmm. Booby bum bum. Power rank jobs that James Ellsworth can do now that he's been fired.
He's got his podcast, the Duh Cast.
Yeah, he's still he can defend his intergender wrestling championship around the world.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. CM Punk finds it inadmissible in court, said male escort. He could take the Buff Bagwell route.
I guess so.
Be male escort. But he'd have to be like a super cheap one.
James Rodriguez kind of echoes what we said earlier.
Yeah.
Do you think it would have been more impactful if Joe was not the guy Paige picked to get a title shot, but rather to have it be so that Joe comes out and takes advantage of the situation by signing the contract, which would force him to be the new #1 contender since he signed a legally binding contract? Yeah, I think that would have been interesting, but not what they did. Steve Standard, is this a heel Orton feuding with Jeff or a tweener feuding with Nakamura? Will the three-way rivalry really work out in the long run, or it will be Orton-Nakamura rivalry with Jeff on the shelf?
No, I think it'll be hot once Jeff comes off the injured shelf. Because I'm assuming he's going to rest up for a couple weeks, maybe show up a couple weeks before SummerSlam.
Yeah.
Like he'll be gone maybe 3 weeks, show up, a week or so or 2 weeks before SummerSlam and get a huge return pop and be the big face for both these, kind of jerks. So I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be good.
Steve Klain, hey, friendos, any chance we get Styles versus Joe as the last match at SummerSlam? No? Okay.
Yeah, you just answered your own question. Not going to happen. Foxy the Foxy Fox. Hey there, friendos. What are the odds of James Ellsworth interfering in the Evolution pay-per-view to some extent?
No, I hope not.
I don't think for a second they would pull that.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't put it past them, but man, they had to have They're pushing this like such a special thing.
Taylor Solomon, did Randy modify an already sleeveless jersey into an even more sleeveless jersey? It looked
Could
like
be,
it.
yeah, it could
It looked
be.
like it. Normally it'd just be cut off
Sleeveless.
here, and then he brought it up almost to halfway up
That's the
collarbones.
thing. That's the thing you do now is you bring it up to here, and whoa! This might be question of the day.
What?
Last year, this is from Young Lion, Liam Wagner. Last year, we saw HBK come out as Colonel Sanders for KFC, Larson. Who would come out as the Burger King this year?
Aiden English.
Wow, that's perfect. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. Whopper Day. That's good. And then that should be his like permanent gimmick.
Oh yeah, Burger King.
Burger King.
This is a good question. Discord Wolfpack's demonetized Balor. Reasons contract signing wasn't the closing segment. Come on already. Imagine the drama if that had played out at the end of the show. I mean, I understand it wasn't the closing segment because they had Miz and Mrs. to toss to at the end of the final segment of the show. Makes perfect sense. But imagine if the show had ended with Joe signing that contract, and you don't know with any certainty that he was supposed to be the person to sign that contract. Week to find out if he was, Paige's intended #1 contender.
Yeah, that'd have been good. That'd have been good. Let's see here. Let's see here. What is the possibility? This is from Mr. Sinister. What is the possibility of Braun retaining his Money in the Bank contract, cashing in on Roman after defeating Brock, and ends up losing against Roman to cement Roman as the guy?
Entirely possible.
I think that you just explained worst case scenario.
Pretty much.
I thought that happening to Owens would have been worst case scenario. I think that's worst case scenario.
Yeah, that is worst case scenario.
Ew. Ouch.
Hey, friendos, with New Japan mentioning AJ's support of the Bullet Club OGs, can you see a possibility that Joe wins the title at SummerSlam, which prompts Carl and Luke attacking Joe and AJ helping them, thus having a double turn in the process? No.
That'd be fun, though.
It would be fun.
Oh, it's funny. Somebody here mentions, Richard Nason says, did WWE really spoil Nikki Cross's debut on Maine?
Yeah, I know.
She was also in in Becky Lynch's
Instagram story.
That's story. Funny. She said, Carmella had me very cross, and it was just, big old close-up.
I don't know if I mentioned that was Elias Gould's question. I can't remember. I'm operating on 5 hours of sleep.
You're doing good.
I need some Rockstar recoveries, man.
All right, man.
Plural.
We'll go to the store.
Plural.
Hook it up.
Oh,
the set.
all right.
Because it never came down. I was like, he just flung that thing up, and it
That's
never came
funny.
down. I'm pretty sure because when he flung it, it was like perfect velocity.
That's hilarious.
I'm assuming he got his La Sombra. Yeah, La Sombra mask back. So yeah.
All right. Sorry.
All right. Well, let's just make this an extra long trivia.
All right. Really consider each of your answers.
Really think about it.
All right. First, Death Valley is the build hometown of which grave digging grappler?
A grave digging grappler.
Yes. Death Valley is the build hometown.
The Undertaker.
Correct. Wow. You may put up a finger.
Thank you. Put my thumb. Number one. Question number one. Superstar bio. Who was the Wyatt family's black sheep?
I believe that was...
Now, remember, there are several members of the Wyatt family, including Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and, of course, Braun Strowman.
I believe... Oh, man. Ooh, that's...
Do you want a lifeline?
No.
Do you want to call a friend?
I believe it is Braun Strowman.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
The correct answer is Braun Strowman.
Yes. The big screen above the set of WWE Raw is often referred to as what?
The big screen. So there's a giant screen that they use to show various things, including replays, entrance packages.
Correct.
The name of the company used to be Titan Sports, and I believe they named that screen after the name of the company. I'm going to say Titantron.
That is correct.
Nice.
Congratulations.
Nice. All right. Oh. Number two, big events.
Mm-hmm.
And there is no bigger event than WWE's Brawl for All tournament.
Oh, yes. One of the most storied tournaments in all of wrestling.
Who won WWE's Brawl for All tournament?
I mean, there was so many capable and worthy contenders in this tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Steve Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Who I believe was signed with his surefire victory in mind.
Yeah.
Of course, you also had Bradshaw.
Oh, yeah.
Another noted wrestling tough guy. But I believe in the end, it was an underdog.
Oh, yeah.
By the name of Bart Gunn.
Ooh, yeah.
Who won the tournament and eventually got knocked out by Butterbean.
Yeah.
Bart Gunn is my answer.
Final answer?
Yes.
The answer is Bart Gunn. Well done.
Question 3.
Yeah.
In which year did WCW Monday Nitro begin airing?
If I'm not mistaken, the episode, which featured Lex Luger wearing a puffy pirate-esque shirt, strolling past a Sbarro's and stumbling upon a wrestling ring with luminaries like Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, Macho Man, all kicked off in the year 1995. 1990. It was 5. It was 1995, wasn't it?
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
1995 is correct.
Don't look at me like that. Damn it. This is making me nervous. Number 3. In what sort of match did Kane defeat Steve Austin at King of the Ring 98? Kane, Steve Austin, King of the Ring 98. It was a gimmick match of some sort.
Buried alive match?
First blood match.
Damn.
Whoever bleeds the first.
Question 4. What was the name of the first ECW pay-per-view promoted by WWE?
EC. Oh, by WWE?
Yes.
Oh, shit. One Night Stand.
That would be correct.
Nice. All right. Number 4.
4.
Superstars bios. Which city connects Dean Ambrose and Brian Pillman?
That would be Cincinnati, Ohio.
Very good. Not to be confused with Cincinnati, Illinois.
Question 5. I'm going to mispronounce this horribly, I'm sure. Joshi Puro describes what type of wrestling?
Women's pro wrestling in Japan.
That would be correct. Well done.
Number 5.
5.
Which individual wrestler has held the WWE Tag Team Championship for the greatest number of days?
Oh, wow.
This, I had no idea.
Goodness gracious. Is it Barry Darso?
No, but that's an interesting answer. Where'd you get that
Because
one from?
Demolition had the record for a while, and they had another long title run as well.
This might be a Moops thing. I don't know. It says Mr. Fuji.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
It could be. Your final question, Steve. Who did Lou Thez defeat to claim his first NWA World Heavyweight Championship?
Who did Lou Thez beat
Yes, this is for your chance to get a perfect card.
to win his
First.
NWA championship?
Yes.
George Hackenschmidt?
I'm disappointed you not know this one, Steve. It is Orville Bryan. He was never NWA champion. That was well before the NWA championship was a thing.
Oh, okay. All right. That makes sense.
Because first,
I've got my old-timey wrestling mixed up with my 1940s and 50s
I think
wrestling.
it all happened in the span of about 10 years. Huh?
Basically, yeah. Number 6. Which ex-football player commentated at King of the Ring 94?
I don't know. So I'll say Merle Olsen.
Art Donovan.
I know the name.
I got 5.
I got 3.
All right. I get 2 of these bad boys. Yes. I randomly picked out 2 cards. One is only of Scott Steiner, and it says Steiner Brothers. The other one is only of Rick Steiner, and it says Steiner Brothers.
Oh, perfect.
That is
It couldn't
great.
have worked out better.
That is perfect. Anyways, wow, we really dragged that one out. Apparently, we've got all sorts of problems here in chat or in
Their audio, yes.
So
Our apologies. We'll
can't wait
work
till
on
we
it
go live
directly.
for everybody next week. That's going to
I
be
know,
fun.
It's going to be a delight.
Yeah. Anyways, that's it for show. Thanks so much for tuning in, patrons. We'll figure things out. Stay tuned. We'll talk to. Oh wait, hold on, Hilton. We need some music, dude. Come on, get some music.
Music, please. Hilton. Come on.
There we go. Oh, thank you, Hilton. Yeah. Thanks so much. Until next time. Talk to you guys later.
Goodbye.
The big question is this going to be a problem in the recording? Let's see here.
Should be conclusive proof whether it's...
Yeah. Us or YouTube.
That looks fine.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So the recording is fine.
So that's a YouTube thing.
It's a YouTube.
Hey guys, this is Sharp.
Let me take a look on here. I appreciate all you guys having a good sense of humor about this.
Yes, yes.
Mess.
It's very much appreciated.
It is.
Come on.
Let's see what happens if I refresh. Test, 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 test.
Hi. It's still delayed.
Yeah. Boy, that's weird. All right, hold on a second. I'm going to stop streaming and then start streaming again. Hold on. Test, 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 test.
Hello, hello, hello.
Oops. I'm waiting to see that we
Fixed.
do that.
Isaac M says fixed.
It's fixed. They're saying fixed. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm talking normal now.
Hooray!
Awesome. Yay!
Hooray! Sorry
Time
about that, everybody.
for post show.
Alex C says, now the audio is ahead of the video. You've corrected too far.
Stop it, Alex C.
Can't do anything right, can we?
All right.
Yes, there. Got your Matt Chat question.
I was cracking up when people were talking about Thayer Thabata's self-driving car scheme. That was making me laugh.
Oh, that's funny. All right, let's do a number test.
7. Austin loves this. Cena just turned heel in my universe mode. Ooh.
Rich in 03 came in first on number test. Oh, Tommy Cat went to the baseball game. You see the A's won in dramatic fashion again last night. They were down like 10-2 and won 13-10.
Are they a good team this year?
They're much better. They're in playoff contention. Playing some exciting baseball. Had a great time at the A's game on Sunday.
Playing exciting baseball.
Oh, Richard Nason. I mean, there's your name here is Rich in 3. No, we haven't done Tournament of Champions. Maybe we'll wait and do Tournament of Champions. I suppose we should. No, we don't have to do it anytime soon. I was thinking maybe we'll do it before we do the new post shows. But we don't have to. Tournament of Champions. Do one final Tournament of Champions.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we can do Tournament of Champions to kick off the first week of post shows.
Yeah, that works.
And then we just start over, start
Then
fresh.
we'll start over, yeah. Let me bring up the chat trivias. All right, so it's the final chat trivia before Tournament Champions. Who will move on?
Yeah, I heard that the Yankees catcher was last name Sanchez was dogging it, like he wasn't hustling down first base, and I heard he tore or pulled his groin. I did that once bowling. That wasn't fun. You may ask yourself, how did Larson pull his groin bowling? The answer, I slipped.
Dustin.
It was really slick floor.
All right. Sergio C's care package is going to have his. It's almost ready to go. Probably.
Yes, Zach Stolp, I got a new question.
All right, here we go.
You have score sheet up, yes?
Yes, I do.
All right, here we go. Ready. Question 1. In which city did the infamous screw job occur at Survivor Series 97? Oh, Richard Nason apparently just bought himself a Slayer shirt.
No. Oh yeah, I know. I saw that. I was going to interrupt something you said during the show, but I forgot to.
Richard Nason, first to get the correct answer, Montreal.
Everything's coming up, Richard Nason.
Seems that way. What's funny is his initial answer is misspelled, leaving out an R, oddly enough. So is the answer on this card.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny.
That is weird. 2. Who held the Money in the Bank contract for the longest time as of 2017? Who held the Money in the Bank contract for the longest time as of 2017? Well, Richard Nason says he wants the card.
He can have the.
Wow, he got that one right too. Edge is the correct answer. Edge.
It's Nason's day.
Question 3. Who did the puppet mine belong to? Who did the puppet mine belong to?
Oh, that's funny.
Very clever there at the bottom.
Watch this freaking
Hold on, I gotta wait for the answer to pop
Willie
up.
Mac thing. Watch this. That's great.
Have not seen the correct answer yet. Unless this is a moops situation.
Oops. No, that sounds like it makes sense.
No, that does make sense, and I believe it's correct.
No. Oh, that's funny. Dylan Castile here says, I was at the SmackDown show last night in the front row and made a Going In Raw poster, but the ring crew confiscated it for the wording being too vulgar for TV.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, well, someone got it right, but they're not eligible to play.
Has Austin Luff won?
I believe so.
Has he? I don't think he
I
has.
think so.
No, Austin Luff.
Austin Luff gets it. George the Animal Steel is the correct answer.
All right.
Which former WWE heel was elected to Finnish Parliament as a member of the True Finns Party?
Good luck with this.
Yeah.
Good luck with
Yep.
this.
Hit the Google, people.
Hit the Googles.
Check to see if the stream's still happening, because there says the stream is out. Oh, we're green over here.
Stream seems to be okay.
Yeah, stream seems fine on our end. Is it out for anybody else?
He says it's back.
Oh,
ask the question
sorry,
again.
sorry. Which former WWE heel was elected to Finnish Parliament as a member of the True Finns Party? Wow. Is Daskamania one?
Oh, wow. I don't know. No.
All right, Daskamania got that right. Well done. Ludwig Borga is the correct answer. Question 5. Who won the gong for Best Bow Tie at the 1997 Slammy Awards? Who won the gong for Best Bow Tie at the 97 Slammy Awards? Well, I guess Zachary Sigmund, has he won?
Does not sound familiar. No Sigmund.
Sigmon? Is that what you search for?
S-I-G...
Gmon.
No.
All right, Zachary Sigmund got it right. Owen Hart. Owen Hart is the correct answer.
All right, so at this point, it's Richard Nason's to lose if Austin Luff, Daskamania, or Zach Sigmund get this next one. We go into sudden death with Richard Nason and whomever that person is. If somebody else gets it, or if Richard Nason gets it, Richard Nason wins.
Correct.
Whatever I draw today.
Final question. What was the name of the promotion ran by the Blue Meanie? What was the name of the promotion ran by the Blue Meanie? Thayer says the stream is skipping. All sorts of stream problems today. I apologize.
Yeah, it was weird.
It's a bummer, man. Bummer.
No.
No.
No. XPW is founded by Rob Black, the pornographer.
Power Cruise. What that means.
No JBLs allowed.
No one's got the correct answer yet. A lot of people saying Monster Factory. According to this card, that is not correct. Monster Factory is school.
So current coaches at the Monster Factory are owner Danny Cage.
Well, has Tommy Cat won?
Did Tommy Cat get it?
Yeah.
Tommy Cat gets it.
I don't know if he's won before.
No.
All right, Tommy Cat got it. It's 3 PW. That's what it says on the card here. 3
So
PW.
according to the Monster Factory, they do put on shows. However, according to this, it says that Meanie is one of the coaches there. He didn't start it.
Or he doesn't run it.
He doesn't run it.
Is ran it.
I mean, he might assist, obviously, in running it. But the card said 3 PW. Richard Nason is your winner.
Congratulations to Richard Nason. It's been a good day for him, it seems like.
Yeah. Fun wrestling.
Thank you, everybody, for playing Chat Trivia. Maybe next week we'll do Tournament of Champions.
Yeah, sounds good.
For the first time in a long
All right,
time.
so that begs the question. What should I draw today?
I believe that's up to Chat, and specifically Richard Nason.
Do we let the winners decide?
We have it at points, but also we've just put up to Chat.
All right, Chat, what should I draw? Richin says, Steve, draw yourself cooking a burger and Larson farting near it. I'm not going to venture there again.
Oh, that's a great idea.
That was a terrible, terrible thing that he did.
Several people are saying Popeye Steve.
Popeye Steve.
And give yourself some massive forearms.
Yeah. All right, let's see. This will be an interesting one. Video capture device. Kind of have to draw integrated webcam. So many Steves.
Infinite Steve.
There you go. All right. I wonder if I could turn this thing upside down.
Charvel Meyer says, draw Cedric Lombard checking a flat earth.
Oh, here we go. All right, this should project things correct ways. Up, up. Okay, good. All right, let's see if we can do this. So I need a picture of Popeye to reference. There we go. All right. Popeye. Keep an eye on chat because I don't have it up here.
Yeah, I got it. Jeffrey Nguyen says, our flat earth is not something to joke about.
Oh, man. All right.
Richard Nason says, send drawing with Slayus package to save money.
Yeah, I will.
Excellent idea, Richard Nason. Excellent idea.
Oh, boy. Guess I'll start out with the nose.
All right, this is an interesting question from Zach Stolpa. If one of the Slayus packages comes with a Steve pubic hair or Larson beard hair, is the owner of that package with the hair allowed to clone you two using the hair? Do we sign away our cloning rights if we inadvertently include a strand of our hair in the package?
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
I don't think I am. I'm not huge on cloning, period. That's a good point, Richard. It is Frito Burrito money. Oh yeah, AJ's hair is great, Eric B. He's one of the few guys that his hair is just stays perfectly in place. He doesn't need to wet it. You know, most wrestlers have to wet their hair so the hair isn't all frizzy when out there wrestling.
This might be the first time I completely freaking botch one of these.
Thayer Thabata is bad and Rad Wrestling canceled. I don't know. We've been so busy with Friendo Road and now filling these orders from the Friendo Market that the gaming stuff has unfortunately had to be put on the back burner. Once we get caught up with the orders, which we should be able to do this week, then we'll have a clearer idea of what we're going to do with the gaming stuff going forward. Charvel Myers, Power Rank Kayfabe Reasons, Luger was at the mall. I just think
buy more shirts.
more puffy shirts.
More puffy shirts.
You wanted a Stromboli from Sbarro.
Hey, Sabrow's no joke.
I know. I used to get Strombolis from there all the time.
Yeah.
They're delicious. He was waiting in line at Foot Locker for the latest drop. Whatever Jordans came out in '95, that's what he wanted. He had been at Lex Express for 6 straight months and needed some fresh clothes.
It's good.
Well, that's a decent Popeye with Steve's hair. Richard asks, do we know why most of our 10 for the win videos on Machinima aren't playable? I have no idea. I don't know what they're doing over there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is terrible. Oh, that's my left arm, too. I'm not going to do my tattoo. I'll just draw a tattoo.
You mean it's right.
Right here.
Let's see if I go to... If I do a search on YouTube, Machinima YouTube for 10 for the win. Oh, there's
some of them are still. Yeah, I know, but sometimes you click on it, it'll say it's not available.
Oh yeah.
But a bunch of them still are.
Yeah.
Page shirt.
Oh, well, that actually did pretty well. Top 10 animal simulators up to 190,000 views. Oh, look at this.
My favorite one is still our very last one.
Oh, that one's on there.
That's my favorite one. It's on 100,000 views too, because I'm so gleeful. I got that off.
Look at that terrible G.G. Allen shirt on.
There's fucking me doing Popeye.
And it's too sweet.
It's so bad. That's so terrible.
I mean, some of these did pretty well after we left.
Yeah.
Top 10 arrows we want in Assassin's Creed. That's over 300,000 views. Top 10 superhero TV shows is 171,000. And somehow top 10 games to play stoned is just barely over 100,000.
That's weird. That
What's
should
the
be
deal with that?
Boy, top 10 things you should know about Saints Row.
500,000, yeah.
Gangbusters.
But like some of them I swore like at 50,000 when we left, and then now a lot of them are over several of them are over 100,000. Top 10 gaming foods, 400,000. Look at this. Bang, bang, bang. Top 10 sexiest games. Top 10 games with full frontal nudity. Top 10
Top
sex
10
addicts
games
in
with
game.
full frontal nudity. What year was that?
This is 2 years ago. So
Was that when they brought us back?
Yeah.
Okay. Here, sign it.
Oh, yeah.
It's half Popeye Steve, half Elephant Man Steve. You know what? I'm not working with a pencil here. I go straight to ink.
I think you did a pretty bang up job there, Steve.
Charvel said, thank you. Charvel said, I totally forgot Machinima existed.
What, is this seriously it? This is all the episodes still here? It won't scroll down anymore.
Yeah, maybe that could be.
That's weird.
That could be. Because I know when I went to ETC, because Elliot was talking about all of his output before 2018
I saw
is
that,
gone,
yeah.
and I went to check that, and it wouldn't go past like 5 months ago. But I was thinking, I was like, maybe it's my. Wow, really?
16, 17, 18.
Was that just doing a straight up search for 10th Million? The bearded guy in Popeye was either Bluto or Brutus, depending on the guy. They were essentially the same character, though.
44 episodes. That's
I think they eventually kayfabed them as brothers, though. How many did you count?
44.
44, seriously?
Mm-hmm. Of the 700 plus we did. I don't think any of them are on ETC anymore.
Wow. Wow.
There's a couple more that pop up if you do the search TFTW as opposed to 10 for the win. I guess just based on how they were tagged.
Brutus wasn't one of them? It was Bluto or Pluto. No, Pluto wasn't one of them. It was either Bluto or Brutus, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was Brutus.
Brutus, Popeye.
Yeah, there's a few more that pop up if you search TFTW.
Bluto.
Well, it says the full 10 for the win playlist only has 66 videos in it. Let's see what's on this playlist.
Bluto the Terrible. So it's Bluto with a B. And then it's Bluto and Brutus.
Oh, yeah.
Bluto's name was changed to Brutus because it was incorrectly believed that Paramount Pictures, distributor of the Fleischer Studios cartoons, owned the rights to the name Bluto.
Oh, yeah, man. Look at all of these.
Wrong. Wrong.
Yeah, a lot of them have been pulled down. Weird. I don't know, man. It's weird. That's
Telling you,
strange. Okay, there I went through.
We need to file trademark for 10 for the win. Bring it back to the Friendoville channel. Come on, man. Let's do it.
It's in the past, man.
Can I just do it myself? Come on, you got to be involved. You're bring it back.
I'm not that nostalgic of an individual. I don't need to look back. I'm looking forward.
It'd be funny though. It'd be fun. People would get a kick out of it. 10 for the win. It'd be good to own what we did, man. That's how we cut our teeth. Cut our teeth?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm perfectly content owning what we do. This is our thing. This. Beholden to nobody. Forward, not backwards.
I'm a very nostalgic person.
Seems that way.
Yeah. I want 10 for the win. We wouldn't be here without 10 for the win.
I understand that. But we're here now. Well, we're here now. 10 for the win gave us a platform. But the hard work, the laughs, the passion in that show, nobody owns that. That belongs to us.
I know, and I want to legally own it. Yeah, what are your thoughts on the live action Popeye? That was what's his face?
Oh, Robert Altman?
Yeah.
I loved that growing up.
Yeah?
Yeah, man.
It wasn't part of my rotation back then.
One of the songs from it made its way into Punch Drunk Love, the Paul Thomas Anderson movie, which you've still never seen, have you?
No, I've still never seen that. J.S. Wooten, yes. A lot of the 10 for the win, at the very least, a lot of the intros, like most of the intros that we really like, we have.
Yeah, they exist.
Yeah, they exist.
There's this really weird shot in Punch Drunk Love that always bothered me.
Oh, really? It's because it was. Didn't you say it was supposed to be like a smooth tracking shot?
It looks like someone. No, it looks like someone got knocked into the camera.
Yeah,
it's that abrupt of a thing.
That's weird.
But maybe it's a situation like that, where it was a mistake and he thought it gave it character.
That's what it is. I can guarantee you that was what it is. Yeah, the film with Roy. That's where I know. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Top Notch versus Mecha Santa Part 3. Possible or no? Oh yeah, that's gonna happen. That's for sure going to happen. I think my thing about given the time that we have in our schedule versus, I hate to say this, but it's kind of true, how well the fun wrestling, bad wrestling, rad wrestling, and granted, a lot of that's on us for not keeping up with it. But even looking back at like fun wrestling and WCW, I think it'd be probably more fun to do like an event, like a tournament. Like, okay, friendos, submit all your guys, and then we'll do like a big tournament as like, a yearly thing, as opposed to trying to do a weekly schedule.
Yeah.
It's just too much. Like,
yeah, it's a lot to keep up with.
It's just too much.
Especially now that we got this merch store and everything.
But if we make it like a big deal every year, I think it could be a lot of fun for everybody. They'll get to it. It won't be too much of a tax on us.
No.
It'll be a better product as opposed to.
Alex C says Top Notch versus Mecha Santa 3 happens every time someone opens a care package. It's true.
That is true.
They have to make a
decision.
decision.
Wow, I had not even thought about it in that way.
Yeah.
Wow, we should conduct a poll of the people who bought it.
Who won the actual match? Yeah. That's potentially hundreds of different timelines.
Yes.
Every time someone makes a decision, a new timeline is formed. Let's end on this. Jeffrey Nguyen wants us to power rank 80s sitcoms.
Cheers is probably number one, right?
Yeah, you'd think so.
Probably Cheers number one. I mean, MASH is the 70s, right?
Yeah.
That's what I would
Alf.
Wow, that is way down the list. Small Wonder.
Down the list.
What about Family Ties?
Oh, yeah.
It's a good one.
That is a good one.
Really good one.
Growing Pains. That was a good one.
Yes. There you go. Well, until very recently, I would have said The Cosby Show and be up there, but ooh, not anymore.
Oh, Golden Girls. Golden Girls was great.
Yeah, Golden Girls was great. Oh, Punky Brewster. I love Punky Brewster. I would consider Married with Children more of a 90s sitcom.
Mm-hmm.
I know it started in the 80s, but I consider it more of a 90s thing. Perfect Strangers was great.
Newhart had some charm. Oh, Night Court.
Yes!
Yes, Night Court.
Night Court was great.
Night Court's the one. Night Court's my number one answer.
Night Court's fantastic.
Love Night
God, what a
Court.
great cast. Mama's Family. That always weirded me out.
Yeah.
I was like, why does she not look old? And like years later, I didn't realize she had a wig.
Nah,
I like Benson. He was just checking everybody.
Oh, yeah, Benton was great.
Benson was awesome. How do you go wrong with Robert Guillaume?
Yeah, I think Night Court has to get my vote.
It was like when you go back and look at it now as an adult too, it's so seedy. It's so seedy. Like just hookers every single episode.
There's a stretch episode where Gilbert Godfrey took
Yeah.
over for John Larroquette as the prosecutor. You remember that one? And that's the case. It was a prostitute. He goes, he stands up before Harry Anderson and says, "Your Honor, my client or the defendant is a hooker. Hooking is illegal. The prosecution rests."
That's the most Gilbert Godfrey joke.
It was hilarious.
Hooking is illegal.
The prosecution rests with a self-satisfied smile on his face. Great stuff.
Three's Company is more of a 70s sitcom, wasn't
It
it?
definitely had a 70s vibe to it.
Hey, what's his face? John Ritter is the man, though. He was great. That is so sad that he died. You've never seen Bad Santa, have you? Oh man, he's so good in that movie. That's a great movie.
Zach Stolpa wants to know which decade had the best sitcoms. I mean, the 90s had Simpsons in its heyday and Seinfeld.
And Grant, I'm not a huge fan of it, but like Friends and Frasier were both in that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's probably the 90s.
Yeah.
It also had the Urkel one. What was that one
Oh,
called?
Family Matters?
Family
Well, like News
Matters.
Radio, that was in the 90s.
News
that was
Radio
a good show.
great. Yeah, very underrated.
I feel like I'm missing one. Well, then you got Larry Sanders. That was in the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
That was a good show.
Oh man, and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh,
Was,
heck yes.
God, man, I love that. Home Improvement was during that decade.
Yeah, you got to say the 90s.
Yeah, it's got to be the 90s. And then Married with Children, if I'm going to consider that a 90s sitcom, yeah.
Martin, that was in the 90s too.
Martin, oh, that was great. Third Rock from the Sun was pretty funny too.
Yeah.
John Lithgow's great.
Wings was a fun show.
Wings was good.
What else was in the 90s?
Coach. Oh, I loved Coach.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
I really liked Coach. That had a really good cast. Dauber.
Yeah, 90s.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, that's it for show. We got to get food. We're hungry. Thanks
Yes.
for checking us out. Or thanks for being. All
Yeah,
that
thanks
stuff.
for your patience dealing with the technical difficulties we were dealing with today. So,
Yeah.
it's very much appreciated. Hopefully, we'll get them worked out. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Oh, I forgot to tell you. I was at a stoplight the other day, and the craziest thing
Oh, you
happened
told me about this already.
to me. No. This is. I'll tell.